for Wheeling University Athletics. I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Chris Richardson Show, currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, you guys wrap up the week, a hard-fought game against West Liberty on Saturday, a big win against Salem on Wednesday. Talk about the final week of the regular season and how your guys have handled it.
Yeah, just kind of ran out of gas against West Liberty, and credit to them, they made some big shots down the stretch. It seemed like anytime we tried to make a run to get it back to a one-possession game, they'd answer with a big shot. And so took a lot from that game from a learning standpoint. And then we found a way to win on the road at Salem. Played really well. Again, got a little tired down the stretch of that game, and they had a guy that got just white hot in terms of shooting the ball. And so that's part of life on the road. It's part of life in college basketball. What I really liked at Salem was just our poise. I thought even when they started making those shots late, we stayed very poised, stayed very together, and we made free throws. And so that's how you win games in March. Make free throws, stay poised, get key stops. If we can get a few more key stops, I think we can win some more games here in March. And so head in tournament play with that in mind.
And you guys got to face West Liberty, the number 2 seed, on that final regular season game. Playing hard against them the way you did, how's that going to help you as you get ready for the tournament and seeing that same level of talent?
Yeah, it's not even about who we play, it's how we play. And I really think over the last 4 or 5 weeks we've been playing our best basketball this season. We've rebounded better in the past couple weeks, which is something we've talked about before we have to do. And we really have to do that tomorrow night against Notre Dame because they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league, and they beat us pretty bad on the glass at our place. So just understanding what it takes to win games and win games in March. And so I think we've got a pretty good understanding of that. Now we got to go out and execute it.
And you guys got big production off your bench from Jerry Saunders, put up a season-high 17 points in that West Liberty game. Talk about him and kind of the things he provides off the bench.
Yeah, he's another ball handler. He can make shots. He does a great job getting to the basket. He's a really good defender. And then, the thing about Jerry is that guys love playing with him. He's a great teammate. He always brings energy. When he's on the bench, he's one of the loudest guys on the bench in terms of encouraging his teammates. He's in the gym extra with his teammates getting shots. He's just a really good teammate, and he's a guy that guys like playing with. He's really figured out his role down the stretch, second half of the season. We figured out a role for him, and he's embraced that role. And he hit me. I can't remember when it was. He said, "I think I can help the team. What do I have to do?" We said, "Well, you got to play harder every day." And to his credit, he's done that. He's taken his role. And when guys accept their roles and those roles fit into winning, you see results. And he's been a big part of our success the last several weeks.
And the All-MEC tournaments are now out. Marcus Johnson gets first-team All-MEC honors, first time in his career. Talk about him and kind of the award he won.
Yeah, certainly deserving. I mean, leads the conference in scoring, up there in rebounding. I think he was 1 or 2 3-point makes away from leading it in three-point percentage, leads the conference in free throw percentage. Just statistically speaking, he's not only a first-team all-conference player, he's got a very strong argument for player of the year. Obviously, we didn't win enough games. And so those are hard decisions to make as a coach, filling out those ballots. Cannot vote for your own guys. Really, really happy for Marcus, and because – you see the work he puts in, Zach. He's in here every day. He's in the weight room. He's in the gym. Puts in a ton of work, and he's got a very bright future. And so we're excited for him. But I know the most important thing for him this week isn't all conference. It's going down to the tournament and getting as many wins as we can. So that's where all the focus is.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, you guys have been in this position before, played in the first round each of the last 2 years, 1-1 in previous first-round matches. Talk about your approach coming into this tournament.
Yeah, you don't want to be a seed that's lower there in the lower 4 seeds, but I do like playing because it keeps you in routine. There's some things on the back end from a stamina standpoint that you have to manage, but I like playing. I like getting out on the court and playing. I know our guys would rather play than practice. Notre Dame's very well coached. They're talented. They got a really good team, and they beat us twice this year, and so we've got a tough matchup, but when you get to March, every matchup's a tough matchup. We got to go play. We got to do the things it takes to win, and I would rather play than not play.
And looking at the previous 2 meetings against Notre Dame, how do you learn from those meetings heading into this tournament to try to get that first win of the year against them?
Yeah, up at their place, we couldn't make a shot, and a lot of that had to do with our shot selection. That was a game that was really important for us from a growth standpoint, coming out of that game and learning, what's a good shot, what's a great shot, what's a bad shot, and understanding the more great shots we take, the more efficient we'll be offensively. The second game at our place, we just did not rebound the ball. They had 19 offensive rebounds, and neither team shot the ball particularly well. The difference is they got a lot more second shots and a lot more second chance points. And so, first game struggled in transition at their place and struggled with shot selection. Game at our place, we really struggled on the glass, and we couldn't make shots. So we got to put ourselves in a position where if we're making shots, that's a bonus. But we got to rebound, we got to defend, we got to sprint back on defense. We got to do all those little things that win in March. And if we do that, we should be in a position to take the game at some point.
And finally, obviously tournament time, everybody's ready to go. What's your message to your team at this point?
Just keep working. When you're spending those unseen hours in the summer, you're running the hills in the fall, you're running campus miles in the fall, you're out on the track, you're in there at 6 a.m., early morning practices, extra work, team practices. It's all to get to this point, to March. And as I told our team yesterday, this is the closest we've been to a championship in, a month or two, really since conference play started, given how we started in conference play. So let's embrace that and understand the things that it takes to get there. And the exciting thing is it's nothing special that we have to do to go win and put ourselves in a position to chase a championship. We just have to do our best at the things that it takes to win. We've done that throughout the season at different points. Now we have to put it all together for 40 minutes at a time.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck over at West Banco. Can't wait to see you over there.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.